What up, y'all? Hawaiian Steve back again with another Throwback Thursday. Taking back to one of the, definitely a movie in my top 10. Had a huge impact on me coming up, getting into cinematography. This movie made such an impact on my life when I was growing up, and I watched it again recently, and it still holds true. So today, we're talking about the movie that got Denzel an Oscar for playing the bad guy. That's right, Training Day, Hawaiian Steve Blunt Review. Let's get into it.
They got me talking about. They got me talking about. Let it L to the Y to B, double OG to the Y. G'd up, popping out the
Woo! All right. So, like I said, Denzel playing the bad guy finally got him an Oscar. I know it's not his first Oscar, but, finally got him an Oscar, right? Ethan Hawke got him an Oscar nomination. This came out back in 01, which was like pivotal times for me growing up. And definitely when I was coming into, loving movies for so much more than just entertainment. Entertainment, but in a different way. I am entertained by the cinematography. I'm entertained by the script, by the dialogue, by the humor, by set design. Anything. I was opening my eyes and my ears more to everything that was on the screen. And this movie hit so motherfucking hard. Let's give everyone their flowers. Directed by Antoine Fuqua, great director. He's done some real powerful shit. I really dig him. Unfortunately, he also did the Suicide Squad with Will Smith. It was not that great. But, nonetheless, he's a great director. David Ayer, written by David Ayer. They say dude writes from the streets. And this movie really fucking showcased what he can do with a fucking pen and paper. It rings so true. Everything was phenomenal in this. Cinematography, I did not get the name. Same cinematographer from Smokin' Aces, which you can kind of see. The vibrancy, the placing you in the middle of the action. Also did The Kingdom, which is also another phenomenal movie by Peter Berg. But anyways, so, Denzel, this is like we've never seen him before. And it's right from the fucking jump. Already, right off the bat, on the phone, you get an uneasiness about this guy. This guy does not like you. He does not want you to like him. And it continues right when they meet up in the coffee shop. You're kind of like, wow, Denzel's a dick. But it's great. It's what they needed him to do. And, even from that first shot and that sun coming up, that right there for me, it's like, I don't know what it is about that scene that really just kicked off the movie perfectly. And it continues from there. They go outside and I'm telling you, you can taste the streets through the TV. You can taste the streets. You can smell them. When they step out into the streets, you are right there in the middle of it. You're right there in his office, aka the Monte Carlo, which was so fucking sweet. When he starts hitting the switches, you're like, okay, so this guy is not a regular detective. We're gonna be going for a ride in this sweet ass fucking car. And that's exactly what it is. It's so fucking gritty, and you feel it, like I said, right through the TV. And it just blew me away right away. Being as young as I was, and as in my mind being as open to everything, like a sponge, especially when it came to the movies. This movie was everything for me. It was really Antoine Fuqua. Kind of he made me watch things through a different lens. When I watched this movie, it really opened me up to a lot of things that I didn't think were, possible. You got a cool story and action, but wait, you got all this other shit going on, and you don't even realize it. This is what I'm telling you. You don't even realize how fucking good it is. But that's what it is. Early in the movie, he goes to see a friend, Scott Glenn, another great actor. I've always liked Scott Glenn. I don't know what it is about him. He just plays a good roughneck kind of guy. And I kind of dig the street philosophy that he's laying down on Ethan Hawke's character. Ethan Hawke too, gotta give the guy his flowers. This guy's a phenomenal actor. He got an Oscar nomination for this film. We could have seen it go a very, very different way. They were looking at many different people for these roles. I believe they were looking at Bruce Willis to play Alonzo's character. They were looking at I cannot remember. I know they were looking at other people to play Alonzo, Sam Jackson, and then they were also looking at other people to play Jake's character, Jake Hoyt. Eminem. Could have been a very different movie if we had Eminem in there. But I'm glad that they landed on the people they landed on. Denzel, everybody knows he's phenomenal. Ethan Hawke, it's not like he's not known, but I don't know if people really understand how fucking good he was, especially back then at that point. So, we couldn't have gotten it better with anybody else. This duo is just the way they play off each other and each other's energy. Jake, you feel his eagerness but you feel his anxiety and his kind of apprehensive. He doesn't know how to take Alonzo. He doesn't know how to take his humor or his snaps. He doesn't know how to do it. And then Denzel just coming in hard, laying it on thick, and really just kind of putting you in your fucking place and seeing what you do, seeing if you rise to the occasion. He wants to see if Jake Hoyt rises to the occasion. He wants to see if he's a wolf or a sheep. And that's what's dope. That's what good acting's all about. And, and it definitely takes another look at corrupt police, corrupt LA cops. It's no secret that they are pretty motherfucking corrupt. And this definitely takes a different look at it, especially being that you're not just looking at some white cops being racist. It's not always just about race. They have a brotherhood, these cops, and sometimes a lot of time race don't fucking matter. They're doing what they want to do, and it's part of their thing. Another thing that brings authenticity to this movie, it almost makes it feel like a documentary, because they went out and they shot it in these fucking hoods, the jungle. It's the first time that a fucking film crew's ever even been in there, and they got the okay to go in there. A lot of the gangster authenticity, a lot of the extras, we can thank a dude named Bones for that. Bones, he's been coming out, he's been doing more things. I believe, he's probably got his SAG card, he's an actor now. But when this movie came out, he was hired on as a consultant. And the dude was hard, and so they said fuck it and put him in the movie. He's the one who holds off Alonzo at the end. He holds him off for Hoyt. That's Bones. That dude is a real gangster. A lot of the dudes in there are real motherfucking gangsters. As we all know now, Terry Crews is not. Terry Crews was a dude clapping the pigeons. You see him in this, and he's young. He was young. He was eager. He was eager to get into the bit. And it's just funny knowing Adam now, seeing everything that he's done, and he's such a nice fucking guy. So it's kind of funny watching him be this gangster. You know what I'm saying? I love it for that. You know, I love Terry Crews being in the jungle and that shit. And like I said, it really brings an authenticity to it when they use these real people to film these scenes, you know. So throughout the movie, Alonzo's testing him constantly, seeing how far he can push him. And, you know, he's doing corrupt shit all day. But Hoyt's eager to prove himself, and he goes along with it because of the promise of good cop work to follow. You know, let the little fish go to catch the big fish. You know, you got to be a wolf to catch a wolf, you know, this type of shit. And it really keeps him, like, on the hook, so to speak. And, but nobody can stand Alonzo. Not the dudes in the hood, not even the three wise men. Tom Berenger and the other fellas. I do like that scene, by the way. Because they know how skeevy he is, though. They know how conniving he is. Hoyt says he's been planning all day, and he's been planning all week. You know? He's always 2 steps ahead of you. He's always got an ace up the sleeve in some way or another. And usually it's going to be in an offhanded way. If he's got to kill somebody to get what he needs to get done, then he's going to do it. This dude, you know, he's always going to be thinking about himself. You know, he don't give a fuck about nobody else. That's just his character, and that's one of the things that makes you hate him too. But this is a guy you love to hate. I love all the other people that they get to bring in here. Dr. Dre is in this. Dr. Dre, I've always been a huge fan of Dr. Dre. Coming up ever since I was young, getting into hip hop. And we got Snoop, of course, Snoop, D-O-double-G. And gives him that pen in the mouth. Oof, that's rough. But, you know, you feel Hoyt's struggle the whole way through the movie as Alonzo's playing him and fakes empathy with him. But you feel for Hoyt. You're on this ride with him. And unfortunately, this ride takes him into the barrio. And these dudes, these hillside homies, I knew these people. Like, I knew these kinds of guys. These guys were like my cousins. You know, they were all gangsters down in Chicago trying to do, you know, the Mexican gangster thing. These were my cousins. You know, I knew these people. So that right there spoke to me, too, a lot of authenticity. And I do love that fucking scene. I love the fact that they are acknowledging how trippy the scene is in the scene. You know, you got Hector in there, who's Hector is Hector everywhere. I love that dude. He always plays Hector. And then the other dude who's from Blood In, Blood Out. If you haven't seen it, watch it. I'll probably do it on the show. You know, so you got great faces in there. Just an all-around great supporting cast. You got Macy Gray in there. How could I forget Macy Gray, Sandman's wife? She did a phenomenal job. She went in and did her thing. And I loved every bit of it. But these chulos, Cliff Curtis playing the boss. I love Cliff Curtis. I think he's a great actor. This dude has done a lot of shit. You probably know him from Fear the Walking Dead. But yeah, that scene in the tub, it's probably one of my favorite scenes. Spoke most to me because of how fucking crazy and trippy the shit was that was going on. And, you know, this whole good versus evil battle, it goes through the whole movie, and you yourself are jumping from side to side. You don't know where to go. You don't know where you're going to land on. And I thought that was really cool. You know, I thought that it was cool that they shot in the hoods, Imperial Courts. I love that, you know, they use real gangsters. And I love that this writer is from the streets, you know. Everything about this movie snapped. And it's one of my favorites. It's always been one of my favorites. It will forever remain one of my favorites, which is why this movie will most definitely get 5 blunts from me. Hawaiian Steve. Training Day. Phenomenal film. If you've seen it, watch it again. If you haven't seen it, shame on you. Go fucking watch it. Phenomenal movie. Great performances. Enough can't be said about how fucking great this movie is. I love it. You love it. You're going to love it. Everybody loves it. Go watch it. 5 blunts for blunt review. Hawaiian Steve. That's me. If you like what you see, hit the buttons. We'll do it all over again. Until next time, y'all know what's up.
Stop! It's the motherfucking remix!
Yeah, Harlem is bad. Who in the world want a problem with that? Come on, real. I heard Harlem is bad. Always had to. Who in the world want a problem with that? Yeah, Harlem is bad.
I never said I could dance. Blow reveal my dancing roaches. Till next time, y'all.